Game Week 2, welcome. This week we're covering key talking points, goal involvement odds, clean sheet chances, transfer trends and captaincy rankings based on predicted points and ownership, all based on the bookies' odds. It took a while to gather all the information, so if you find this useful, don't forget to hit the like button. Haaland tops the goal involvement odds for this game week. After his brace against Wolves, he's back to continue his form against a new look Spurs side. He's sitting at 71% chance of scoring or assisting. Right there with him is Gyökeres, also at 71%. He's got a home fixture against newly promoted Leeds, and honestly, he could be a really interesting differential captain pick this week. We'll touch more on that later. Now, one thing to note here, these odds are based on expected starters. So, for players like Marmoush, yes, he's on the board, but like a lot of City assets, he's a victim of Pep Roulette. He came off the bench last game, so it's unclear if he'll start. If you're looking for a safe transfer in, I'd probably steer clear. Wirtz is another name on the list with a 53% chance of a return against Newcastle. But keep in mind, Newcastle just held Villa to 0.13 XG last week. That's an elite defensive showing, and it makes Liverpool's trip to St James's Park look even trickier this game week. Let's move on to transfer trends, starting with players coming in. Reinders is leading the way with over 750,000 new owners at the time of recording. He had a dream debut, a goal and assist, and started at just 5.5 million. He's now risen to 5.6, but still offers great value. That said, I actually didn't bring him in myself, mostly due to the uncertainty around City starters. But for that price, he may just be a no-brainer. Bournemouth are another team worth mentioning. After their trip to Anfield, the fixtures ease up massively. According to the fixture ticker, they have the second best run over the next 6 game weeks, just behind Villa. Then we've got a surprise one, Ballard. Over 280,000 transfers in after his goal and clean sheet against West Ham. Personally, I think that 4.5 million could be better spent elsewhere. And finally, Richarlison, over 225,000 transfers in after he scored 2 goals against Burnley. The big question now is whether Frank drops him for Solanke. It would feel very harsh if he did. Now let's talk about transfers out. Wirtz has been shipped out by over 350,000 managers, which is very surprising. He actually posted a 0.47 XGI against Bournemouth. That's higher than Reinders' 0.33. The fixtures aren't great, Newcastle and Arsenal up next, but after that it's Burnley away and Everton at home. One return could flip the narrative pretty quickly. Vardio is more straightforward. He didn't start for City and Pep said he's out until September. He's an easy sell. João Pedro was not great for Chelsea in that 0-0. Same with Palmer. I own both and I brought them in specifically for this nice fixture run. West Ham are up next. They just conceded 3 to newly promoted Sunderland, so I think they're worth holding for one more week. Bowen is another name being sold. Over 230,000 managers have let him go after just 2 points, but he did post a 0.24 XGI and had 4 shots across the 90. He's still the main man for West Ham, so unless you need to move him on, maybe give him another shot. Moving on to clean sheets. Arsenal topped the clean sheet odds in this week as they face Leeds at the Emirates. Leeds picked up all 3 points on Monday night against Everton. The bookies give Arsenal a 47% chance of keeping a clean sheet. Man City are second in clean sheet odds with close to 40% against Spurs. They kept a clean sheet in their last game against Wolves, with Stones back to fitness and forming a formidable partnership with Diaz. With 35% chance, Burnley are third. There won't be many times I'll say that this season, but a home game against a fellow promoted side, Sunderland, presents a rare opportunity for Dubravka or Esteve to make the team. Sunderland also feature on this list with a 30% chance. Finally, captaincies. Unsurprisingly, Salah tops the predicted points for game week 2 with 7.2 points. But with a tough trip to St James's Park, many managers may turn to Saka instead. He faces newly promoted Leeds and is also projected 7.2 points. Plus, with just 16.9% ownership, he could be a powerful differential captain. Haaland is at home to Spurs. If this were Ange's Spurs from last season, he'd be an easy pick if I had him. But with Frank now in charge and Spurs looking more organised, I'd still prefer Saka this week. Unfortunately, I own neither. As for Gyökeres, he could get his first Premier League goal. It's still a mystery who's on penalty duties, but he should definitely be on the radar as a differential. Thanks for watching the very first episode of Fantasy Focus. I'd really appreciate your feedback, even if it's just to say you found it useful. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the future episodes of Fantasy Focus.